BIID means that you have a need to be disabled in some way. In my case, it was a need to go blind.
Her disorder is real, and her feelings are real. She is going through something real. There are also people who go and chop off their limbs for similar reasons because they think it matches who they are on the inside, because it's a mental disorder. Is it her fault that she has this strange, twisted idea that she should be blind, and that's who she's really meant to be? I'd say no. It's definitely disturbing to most people, but it doesn't make her a bad person. But there is a difference between having these feelings and acting on these feelings. Just because her feelings are real doesn't mean that they should be made into reality. Many people have wants or desires that, if acted on, are very damaging to themselves or others. Of course, blinding yourself with drain cleaner is an extreme example, but still. We all have things that we want that we often know are bad for us, but want them anyway.
Because drain cleaner was easily available to me, I went with that.
Drain cleaner is not something to be played around with. I can only imagine how much pain this woman would have been in. She nearly melted her eyes and surrounding skin. Also, she couldn't see anymore.
She found a psychologist willing to help her, and after 2 weeks of working together to make sure she was ready, they carried out Jules' plan.
The fact that her supposed psychologist helped her makes this situation so much worse than it already was. Not only did he do something illegal and clearly wrong, but psychologists are in a position of power over their patients. He didn't only abuse that power. He also enabled her and helped her destroy a part of her own body. That's so much worse. She clearly describes being in severe pain after he threw the drain cleaner into her eyes. And somehow the psychologist is okay with this? Yes, she was happy in the moment, because she was getting what she wanted, but he was knowingly and willingly causing damage to his patient. Evil people are everywhere in this world, and sometimes they are psychologists.
My eyes were screaming. I had some drain cleaner going down my cheek, burning my skin.
Like I said earlier, her feelings are real. She believes she is meant to be blind. She's really experiencing these feelings. It's one thing to have these feelings and desires, and it's another to make them real. And just because we want something doesn't mean it's good for us.
I first developed the idea that I need to be blind when I was around 6 years old. So I stared into the sun for hours on end.
If what she's saying is true, then it's not just a want, but a strange obsession at that point. What 6-year-old wishes they were blind? That's a little strange on its own. But hey, kids are weird. They have strange ideas. They go through phases. But to continue this way into adulthood, to be so dedicated that you actually blind yourself, that's just pathological.
I was blind simming, which is pretending to be blind.
It's interesting that there's a term for that specific kind of role play. It sounds like exactly the kind of jargon that an online community would make up to describe their bizarre little hobby. Is it possible that she was involved with an online community of people just like her, which made her problem worse?
The ethics of whether it is okay to take a normal person and make them disabled is, I think you could make it an ethical case that if you conceptualize this as treating a condition, then it's okay to do it.
In what universe would this ever be okay? Causing damage to someone's body, whether it be blinding someone on purpose, like with this woman, or amputating healthy limbs, all in the name of treating a mental disorder? Even if somehow the mental disorder is cured, you are inflicting new health issues and harm by inducing a disability like that. And potential regret is definitely a big concern. Something like blindness and missing limbs are permanent changes to the body. But even if the patient never regrets it, which is also possible, it's still not okay. It makes their life harder. It limits opportunities. It's a big risk to safety, as well as it causes dependency on others to survive, even if therapy and medication don't work. And what if the disorder is just a symptom of a larger problem? For instance, someone comes into a psychologist's office and says they have wished they were blind since childhood and they are meant to be blind. How do we know that it's not caused by trauma, sensory issues from conditions like autism, delusional thinking, intrusive thoughts, or reasons like desire for community and belonging or wanting attention or sympathy? I'm obviously not saying that's why the woman in the video chose what she did, because I don't know why. But I think it's very common for people with these kinds of mental disorders for it to be a symptom of something bigger. I can't think of a world where someone could justify medical professionals blinding someone on purpose because that person thinks they are meant to be blind.
There's no resentment for her voluntarily taking her eyesight.
I'm sure that by what happened to you, it will be helpful to somebody else.
You've overcome a lot here. You're a very positive person. You contribute a lot to the blind community.
I'm glad she found community and made friends with other blind people, because isolation is tough, especially since she said that it cost her relationships with her family. But just because they're saying nice things about her as a person, when the camera is rolling, doesn't mean they think she did something good. Purposefully blinding herself. There's a difference between respecting someone as a person and respecting their poor decisions.
I'm very happy as a blind person. Don't go blind the way I did, but perhaps someday there'll be treatment for it.
I don't know what kind of treatment there would be for a disorder like hers. Like I said earlier, I can't imagine a world where destroying a part of someone's body is ethical, even if it's to treat a mental disorder or because of identity reasons. It's her life, and she's the one who has to live with her decision the most.